Oh, it's going crazy. All right. Get the jams going. Run right. White Lotus. Pull up Lumia. Alright, guys. So we're gonna be pulling up more of Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. Guys, we're kind of making it our goal to get through that. There we go. We got Lumia connected. Make sure we got a social stream ninja running. Alright, guys, we're getting everything connected. I'm gonna be continuing on with Lord of the Rings: The Third Age here coming up. That's our main objective, main goal. I think we're gonna hop straight into evil mode. Bro, honestly, we're just gonna go straight into it. Let me do my quick tests. Make sure our lights are working. Yep. Alright, we're golden. We're ready to go. Let's do this. Alright, guys, we're gonna hop straight over to it. Get going. We are a little bit, we're running just a little bit behind, but I did have to do a graphics driver update. Yo, what up? Hey, Jagu. What's going on, my guy? What's going on over there on Kick? He said, hey, buddy, I help Kick streamers. Gothing followers. BWS and SBS. I don't know what that is. Nah, I'm good. Hey, Ja. I'm good, man. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not interested in doing that. But anyways, let me go ahead and hit the tunes. Guys, let's just get this thing pulled up. You said viewers and you mean subs? You mean viewers and subs? But yeah, no, hey, I'm not interested in that over there on Kick. Hey, Jagu. I'm not interested, man. Thanks for asking though. Thanks for asking. But I'm gonna hop right on over to the Third Age. We're gonna get this bad boy pulled up. I'm gonna go straight into evil mode too. I'm not even gonna worry about running around Osgiliath. I can't talk. But yeah, no, we're gonna run this. We're gonna run this, bro. I'm gonna make so much progress. I think we got 2 different maps. I've got to run evil mode in. We already got pulled up. I just want to make sure we get our game up on screen. We should be good to go. It's not pulling up. There it is. There it is. There it is. All right, bet. Now we're rocking and rolling. All right. Well, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and hop right into this, guys. So if you want to talk, you can contact me. That sounds good. Hey, Jagu. That sounds good, man. If I'm ever interested, I'll let you know, man. But as of right now, I'm not really interested in any sort of like promotions or anything like that. I am perfectly fine with doing everything on my own. I enjoy it. It's part of the gig, and I love it, man. So like I won't ever pay anyone to do that for me. Because I assume that's where you're trying to go with this. You're gonna try to get me to pay you for a service where you are going to, in the end, try to help me with gain more followers, subs, all that. I'm just not interested, and I don't have that kind of money on me anyways. So I'm just over here, dude, playing some games that I enjoy, and that's all there is to it, man. I love Lord of the Rings. I've been grinding it. And then here May 4th, we're gonna be switching things up. I'm gonna be hopping over to some Star Wars. And dude, I'm just out here enjoying my time with this stuff. All right, we're gonna go ahead. I need to resume game. but technically we should have it saved. Hold on. Let's upgrade our guys real quick. Boom, boom. That works. Who else? Barathor, alright. Let's bump up that dex a little bit. I'm just a little worried. Make sure we gotta hit our targets, bro. But no, we got that. We're gonna go ahead and save. We're gonna run evil mode after we save here. We're gonna run evil mode through Minas Tirith and Osgiliath. And yes, guys, we are currently at the Pelennor Fields front line, but we still need to complete evil modes for 2 other maps, so. And yeah, we're just gonna pull up this. Now we gotta get back to the main menu. Under options, quit, yep. We got it all saved, so we're good. Now we're gonna go more. We'll go evil mode. We have yet to go Osgiliath and Minas Tirith, so let's do that. Yo, Chef, thank you so much for coming through with the like on the live, man. Welcome back, dude. Welcome back. Bro, I'm about to run evil mode. Wait, hold up. I'm confused. If I go evil mode, load game. Am I doing this right? Yes, actually I am. Okay. So we're going Minas Tirith first. This is gonna be a blast, dude. This will be a blast. What? What is Elagos doing, bro? Northern Storm? I ain't never seen that. What the hell? What is this BS? Bro, what is that? There ain't no way. What? Dude, what is happening? Gondor Rampage? I don't even have that yet, bro. This is insane. Like, what am I supposed to do there? Control blades? No. Aim strikes? Stunning blades, multiple strike attack, that stuns a foe. Okay. I'll go for stuns, bro. Then we missed Elagos. That's this could be rough. Guys, we could be in for a rough game of evil mode. Hey, thanks so much for the likes coming through there. I heard that nodie popping up. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Oh, likes are going freaking nuts over on TikTok. You guys are going crazy, bro. Going crazy. Holy cow. We're gonna run aim strikes, I guess. Maybe we just do aim strikes. Like, I don't really know what to do. For sure. Oh, and then she gets a counter, bro. Dude, these guys hurt. Can we stun Barathor, bro? Can we stun this man? Hey, my lights are green. Who's changing my lights over there? Oh, that's what's changing my lights. My light counter just keeps ticking up over there on TikTok. You guys are going nuts. Said your fingers are tired. That's what's going on. Chef is over here spamming lights. I was trying to figure out what was happening, dude, because like, so my lights will go off when there's different notifications coming through, and they'll do different things, and they were stuck on green. I was like, something's happening. And I keep looking up in chat, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on just yet. And I was trying to figure it out, and I saw my likes counter going up. I knew that's what it was. We're gonna go. We gotta be more accurate when it comes to Elagos. Elagos is gonna dodge, bro. We're gonna go stunning blades again. It's like more of a worst case scenario. At least we got him stunned. We got our old Toby. About to run this. So Barathor, I think Barathor is stunned. Maybe it's Elagos that's stunned. No, it looks like Barathor. I think Barathor's stunned. We'll go Swift Hammer. A quick blunt blow that does good damage. That's all we need. There he goes, there he goes. We got Barathor. Barathor is always a tough one. Alright, what else we got? What else are we rolling with? Just Elagos. We got just Elagos left. Alright, let's run it. Okay, guys. What's up, dog? What's up, buddy? How you doing? Yeah. I think Domri wants to say hi. Oh, dude. He's trying to walk behind me. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, there you go. I wish I could get him to look at the camera. Look. Oh, yeah, boy. Yeah. Some pads. Alright. Dude, you're sitting on my foot. Okay, let's do this. Now we only got 2 trolls with us. We got Elagos. Actually, it doesn't even matter who we attack first. None of them got heals. Let's take out Elagos first. It'll be the first one we go after. Honestly, I might have to stun Barathor. Barathor's gonna be so nasty. I think I gotta stun him. That's a true shot. What is that? What is even that? We'll stun Barathor because he's gonna deal high damage. Oh my gosh. 4 hits? She gets 4 hits? Oh my gosh. Okay. Stunning blades. Let's hope we stun her. Yep. We got her. Okay. Quick. Yep, we're gonna run this on Elagos. Alright, and it really doesn't matter what we do. We're just gonna make sure we're accurate and we hit Barathor. Guys, I mean, this has been kind of simple. We don't have to do a lot. Ooh. Okay. Draw many foes into a demented sleep. Well, I don't have to say anything more than that. Yo, that's insane. Oh my gosh. Guys, no. Take out Adriel. She's the healer. Let her do a thing. Oh, dang it. Knocked my light down. Gotta get that back coming up. We do that too often. We're gonna go strike a rune. You guys know the plan. We're gonna take out the healer. We did it. Now, Aodan can heal a little bit, so we're gonna take him out next. What's up, Dom Dom? What's up, buddy? How you doing, huh? Alright, we're gonna run Strike a Rune again. We're just gonna keep going. We have so many turns, guys. Ooh, Lance a Rune. Ah, we're gonna save it. We're gonna save it. We'll go, there we go. War Call. Boom. Now it's time to take out Head Hot. Let's do this. He's tanky though. He's gonna be very tanky, guys. Very tanky. And he hits the triple crit on one of my guys. Okay. Let's do it. Double strike. We got a crit. Oh, we took him out. Got all three of them, bro. We're running this evil mode. I feel like we're gonna wreck until the end. Oh no, this will be fun. Guys, I don't know how we do this against Gandalf. Paralyze a foe with terror. Strike at mortal fools with the fury of darkness. That sounds fucking wild. Yo, what up, Deadly? What's going on? Is this an emulator? It is, dude. It is. I am currently running a PlayStation 2 emulator called PCXS2. And honestly, dude, it works pretty well. It has a way of just saving the state. So whenever you close out of the emulator and you open it back up and you load your game, you're just like right back at that same screen you left off from, which is super cool. And there's, you said that you played this on Xbox so long ago. Gotcha. I won't mess with my camera right now, but if this tells you anything, Deadly, if this tells you anything, man, I've got an Xbox myself, which I've been working on getting games for. Eventually I want to get this game for it, but right now I'm just running it off the emulator. Dude, that's cool though. That's really cool. Back in the day, man. Back in the day. Domri, dude. He just keeps sitting under my desk. I need to figure out. I don't know how Gandalf is going to attack. And can we? I don't know if we can. I'm gonna try to hit Gandalf with fear, but I feel like he's gonna be immune to it. Really, if we can get Gandalf out of here, man, then we're solid as the Witch King, you know? So when you get home, you're gonna stream some Arc Raiders, gotta grind. Gotcha, Deadly. Dude, I've been on a grind of my own. I've just been grinding like a shit ton of Lord of the Rings games whenever I'm streaming, but then like off stream sometimes I'll play some games with some buddies. I've been playing a lot of it's a game called Aska, and it's survival crafting where basically you just build up a village and a lot of stuff becomes automated. Very addicting, but it gets to a point where there's too much going on. Devour health full targets. I like that. Consume life. I like it, bro. I like how he's not called the Witch King, he's called the W King. I'll take that too. Who's next? Barathor? Elagast. We'll put, oh, we can't do that to Barathor, he's immune. But we can hit everyone else with there we go. We're gonna hit everyone else with fear. Let him do his thing. Let him do his thing. We're gonna hit everyone with fear. Okay. Deadly, dude, you missed it. A few weeks back, believe it or not, a few weeks back, I was actually, well, it might have been more like a month and a half back now, but I grinded through War in the North. I grinded through it and I beat the campaign 4 times. Technically, you only got to play, I think, 3 times through to reach max level. And then I played it through a 4th time, and I played with every character. Dude, I loved it. It was so much fun. The combat system was a lot of fun in War in the North. I'm not gonna lie, like, War in the North, I'm tied. My favorite Lord of the Rings game so far has been Shadow of War and War in the North. The combat, so much fun, dude. So much fun in both those games. War in the North is actually a precursor for like the combat and gear systems in place for the Middle-earth games, believe it or not. WB Games made War in the North. That was like their first Lord of the Rings installment, and then they built on that with the Middle-earth games. Oh dude, yeah, and the co-op. The co-op's a little jank with like the leveling system between characters and who you're playing with. But like, other than that system being a little bit jank, like, yeah, dude, that's an absolute blast. Like that combat, and then the fact that you get to play with other people in that too, dude, it's so dope. I loved every part of it, man. It was a lot of fun. Just keep consuming life. Now we struck fear into everyone, so no one's gonna make a move except for Barathor. He's actually gonna kill us. I'm not gonna lie. He's probably gonna kill us. There we go. Dude, Deadly, thank you so much for the follow, man. Much appreciated, dude. Hey, we just took care of Barathor, bro. Why is Gandalf getting it? Let's do it. Dude, thank you so much for the gifts and Deadly. K Blake, what's going on? That you're so happy to hear that the Warner Bros. Lost the rights to the Nemesis system. Oh, yeah. Hey, we could thank Netflix for that one. Might finally get other games like it, dude. It's a possibility. I don't think it's guaranteed, but I think it is a possibility. We'll always hope, man. We will always hope. Wrath of Angmar, bro. Wrath of Angmar. Run fear on Gandalf again, bro. Might finally. Oh yeah, what it means? Nah, this is the coolest thing. Getting to play as the bosses. Oh, you like it? Yeah. Dude, it's been pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. It adds like a whole new twist to the game that's just completely unexpected. I mean, the only other turn-based game I played growing up was Pokemon on Game Boy, and Pokemon on Game Boy didn't have something cool like this. I mean, you never got to play as the enemies against Ash. Domri, dude. At first I was like, bro, did he just use the bathroom in here? Oh, no, he did not, though. He did not. Alright. Work on Gandalf here. Dude, Gandalf's gonna stand his ground, but he won't be able to attack. We struck him with fear, man. Struck him with fear. He won't do nothing. Do you need something that can handle a PS2 emulator one day? Do you have like a PC? Do you have a computer? Wrath of Angmar. We're gonna run Wrath of Angmar again. Let's do it. Bro, it really wasn't that bad running as the Witch King. I took a lot of damage in the process, but we just put fear into everyone. Alright, so that is now Minas Tirith completed. I think we need to do evil mode for Osgiliath, and then we'll be caught up with evil mode, and I think I might just try to progress the game from there, guys. Originally, I was gonna go back through and try to 100% different areas, but I was kind of struggling with that, going back to Osgiliath. So I struggled with that last night, so I figured I'd just go ahead and try to push for getting further in the game. We'll run Evil Mode again. You said depending on what phone you have, it could work. Run this and Final Fantasy 10 and 12. Oh, I didn't realize that. I did not realize that. I knew that they had some sort of emulator out there because I ran an emulator for Pokemon on my phone from Game Boy. I did that once upon a time. Oh yeah. Got Minas Tirith. Where's Osgiliath? Is it locked? Oh, there it is. There it is, guys. We got it. We got it. Let's do it. Said you have a Game Boy and PS1, PS2 emulator. Oh, I didn't know that. Dude, that's... I didn't know you could get a PlayStation 1 and 2 emulator on your phone. That's dope. K-Blake, thank you so much for the follow, man. Let's go, dude. Oh, we're gonna run, who's got the heels? Boom. Oh, we missed. Ah, bro. Come on now. Okay. Gotta take this, man. We gotta take out Faramir. Sorry, dude. He's about to have the same fate as Boromir. Oh, of course they're... Let's go. Okay. Crippling Blades, a deadly slashing orc blow that slows a foe. Oh my gosh, guys. We found a cheat code. As long as we can hit. Let's go. Is it in relation to the Lord of the Rings story? Or are you asking what streamer is playing? Oh, my bad, Deadly. I did not catch that. What game is after this one? I mean, if you're talking about like what game I'm gonna play after this, after I beat it, I'm pretty much playing, I'll play LOTR until May 4th hits, which, so really like less, I'm trying to beat this game, and then if I still have time, I'll work in some LOTR, Lord of the Rings Online, and then when May 4th hits, I'll be switching over to, I think it's Knights of the Old, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. But if you're talking about Lord of the Rings story, like K-Blade's talking, I mean, I guess you'd have to look at like what games kind of followed, but like I don't think this had a sequel or anything. Got invoke Sauron's malice, increasing ally damage. That could be pretty fire. Yo, what up, Jagsy? Welcome to the stream, man. To your childhood right here. I did not grow up on this game, but I will say it's been my first playthrough, man, and it's been pretty enjoyable for a Lord of the Rings game. I've been loving it. You think it's Lord of the Rings tactic? Is it Shadow of Mordor? Ooh, Shadow of Mordor is pretty dope too. Weaken foes with Sauron's malevolence. Ooh, okay. Okay. It's the Barad-dûr curse. Let's do it. Let's go ham, guys. Oh, they don't like that. The Knights of the Old Republic is such a good game. I am so happy to hear that, K Blake, because yeah, that's so Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 are gonna be my very first 2 games when I move over into my Star Wars marathon. I'm kind of calling it like my phase 2 of doing these like sagas or marathon grinds. It's kind of been like something I've been really hyped about. So like my main thing right now, I've been playing nothing but Lord of the Rings since October, and it started with Return to Moria, right? And basically, you know, let's say so many games later, let's say about 10, 11, 12 games later, here I am now on Third Age, and I've beaten all of these Lord of the Rings games. And so like that's ultimately going to be my goal starting May 4th is I'm going to start diving into Star Wars, the Star Wars universe, and I'm gonna start off with Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 on original Xbox, and my goal is to move through the different generations of consoles. So I start with the original Xbox, eventually I move to the Xbox 360, and then anything a little more modern day I will actually grind on my PC, since that's kind of my console of choice nowadays. But yeah, dude. Yeah, it's such a sick experience of all of the franchises. Dude, that's what I'm saying, Kim Blake. Dude, I'm so hyped, man. Like, I feel like I need to make a shot here, or make a move, but, like, I am so stoked for this, because, like, right now, so right now on my original Xbox, dude, I've got almost all of these Spider-Man games collected, starting with Spider-Man, which released in 2002 on original Xbox. All of the Spider-Man games you can possibly think of, up until Insomniac's series that has released a little more recently, I've got all of them. I mean, I either have them or I'm waiting for them to come in. So like Spider-Man's another series. I've got all GTA games starting with GTA 3 and then working your way up. So like 3 Vice City, San Andreas, I got 4 and 5. You're so happy when you found out you could buy Knights of the Old Republic off the Play Store. You've been playing it since? Dude, let's go. Yeah, I've never played it, man. Like, I'm super hyped to get into that on Monday. Like, that's gonna be an absolute blast. And I've been told it's only 122 HP? I didn't do any damage. But yeah, man, I'm super hyped to like get into that and really experience it for the first time. Like I expect it to at least be a little bit jank, because I mean most older games are. But I feel like I appreciate some of those older games for what they are and what they kind of were for the time being, you know. People don't realize how much further ahead of its time gaming kind of felt at that point. At the point of the original Xbox and the PlayStation 2. So you can play Faramir for that? His armor skill. That's true, Jagsy. Dude, that's true, man. I forgot he did that. That was his first move, dude. That was his very first move. No, he's going with Faramir's quality. Counterattack. Oh shit. Gothmog. My guy. We're gonna have to do all the damage here. Might go. You said your quality is very good. What's the hardware? Are you talking Jagsy? Are you talking like Mike? Are you talking about like my game in the background, or? I was gonna say if it's the game, then the emulate. I could. Okay, so the game, it's got My dog's just. Whew, my dog is. Dude's farting up a storm. It's not great. But like the emulator, weakening slash. Might do it. So the emulator itself has upscaling technologies, which it really helps to kind of like sharpen the image. It kind of helps also, yeah, I was gonna say, dude, yeah, you're saying it looks crisp, so it makes it look a lot more crisp. You don't notice the pixels nearly as bad as like you would in, say, you were playing it at 480p, how original Xbox naturally was. It's got like a lot of like different upscaling features. I'm not gonna lie, like it makes it look way better than it is, and it's actually really cool. It's almost like playing a remastered version with literally the same game, just slightly better graphics. 8K the third age, dude. Basically, basically, man. It looks really good on my monitor, and dude, I'm running. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not running full screen. My gaming monitor is an ultra wide. It's 5120 by 1440p, but like I get, you can say my edges cut off like here, right? Like here's my edges, and then it's like black bars on the side, and then games in the middle, but it doesn't bother me. Dude, need something. Get something over here, you know? Crippling blades. We'll run crippling. That's if we can hit. Yep, that works. That works right there. Did you... Hey, I don't know if you guys are very big fans of Assassin's Creed or ever played some of the older Assassin's Creed games, but I saw there was a remake coming out for Black Flag, which I was a huge fan of way back in the day. But dude, like, I saw that on, it was like, I don't know if it was the Steam store or the Epic Games store on my PC. That's what I'm saying, K Blake. Guess what, dude? Guess what? That's another series I can grind out at some point. Like, I've been kind of thinking about it, and I can get those games. I'll get hard copy versions of those games and just work my way through them, man. Go 1, 2, 3. What was it? Silver War. Or maybe it was like the 4th. The Ezio collection. Yep. All 3. The first 3. You had, bro, like I don't even know what they're on anymore. I played Valhalla. I played some of the one that took place in ancient Greece, or like ancient Roman times. I played a little bit of Origins. Like I didn't beat a lot. I beat a lot of them up until I hit like 1 or 2 after Black Flag. Yeah, Odyssey, that's it. Yep. But like a lot of the newer ones, I grinded out and played a bunch on them, but I never fully beat them. So I think it would be pretty sick to kind of like go back through and experience those games just one by one, working my way through, going from like the oldest Assassin's Creed, first one released, to the newest one on the market because they keep dropping them. The Odyssey is your favorite new gen compared to Origins, Valhalla, and Shadows. Gotcha. I played Shadows a little bit as well. They're all like I really like them all. It's just I find that it takes me way too long to get through the games, and I usually run out of steam on them and get burned out. Like Valhalla, I never actually beat. I think Odyssey, I might have gone like 3/4 into Odyssey. We're gonna go increasing the ally damage. I don't think that really matters, but we'll do it anyways, guys. Isn't there a way to see? Yeah, Regis. Okay. Oh, you know what, Farmer? You can just leave, man. I don't like Farmir, bro. Going for the other 2 people. Stop playing video games around Black Ops 2. Gotcha, Jagsy. Hey, Black Ops 2 was a fun-ass game, though. Dude, you're doing all right, Jagsy. It can always wait. But yeah, dude, there's like a lot of cool stuff kind of coming out, man. And I'm really hoping, like, there's been rumors, dude, of a possible like Lord of the Rings game to come at some point. That honestly, like, whenever that game drops, that might be the time to hop back into some video games. That'd be a fun one to grind if they come out with a brand new Lord of the Rings game. There's like, I'm gonna be honest, there's been like hundreds of rumors out there of the game. They'll say like, oh, the game could be like Hogwarts Legacy. The game could be like, what else did they compare it to? I gotta think of the game that I think of it. It's a newer game that released within the last 2 years where you play as a knight. And it's like medieval times, and it's first person, and it's also the type of game where you gotta aim your stick certain ways to do certain hits. But yeah, like there's been all sorts of rumors, man, and like I don't know what to believe, to be honest. I just pray that we get another Lord of the Rings game. That's all I care about. Yeah, Jagsy, yeah. But like the general concept is open world, action adventure type of deal. Yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance, that was it. Whenever it was Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, they were making comparisons to. They were also comparing it to Hogwarts Legacy. Like, two different, I mean, they work in completely different ways. How can you make that comparison? So like that's why I'm thinking like, oh, it's just a bunch of rumors right now. Nothing's set in stone. I feel like the only thing that is true is that it is a real project that has been actually picked up by a company and is being physically funded, but like other than that, I think everything else is just rumors. But I would love it to be this giant open world where we can just ride a horse through it and explore and go to the different cool locations, like going to Hobbiton, or maybe go to the Mirkwood Forest, you know? Like that would be sick. Oh man, dude, we're gonna go damage all who hear with thundering drums. Okay, I'll do it. Love Chivalry 2. Dude, Cape Lake, man, that's like a good go-to game for me when I'm like, I don't know what else to play, and I'm like, I'll pull up some Civ 2, man. I'll pull up Civ 2, I'll run with the Highland sword, and I'll slice and dice some AI. I'll run that, I forget what it's called. It's more like the co-op mode, where it's like, I think like you get so many real teammates and then the rest are AI. It might be just training grounds, but I run that shit all the time, dude, and just have fun with friends playing that. Who we gotta take out here? Aodin, we're gonna hit him with some... What's up, Domri? What's up, buddy? Dude, Cape Lake, I was gonna say, like, I like to run Island Sword, but then when it comes to like actual online, like playing against other people online, I kind of realized like sword and spear feel nice, man. Sword and spear, just, or like that javelin spear, it feels so good. Yeah, playing with others is the best experience. You normally just play open multiplayer combat. Gotcha. Well, we can restore health, bro. That's kind of crazy. Yo, I didn't know we could do that with a drummer. Oh, jeez. Let's see what we got. Stunning Blades. Can we stun Morwen? Yes, yes we can. said bow staff is broken. Dude, I've seen some people go off with the staff, dude. I've been absolutely fucked up in games from the staff, and it blows my mind every time that happens. We're gonna run heals again. Got fire, I love that. Alright. Wait, what? Oh, he can't use any melee, bro. Okay. I'm gonna check something real quick. Dude, I think my dog's just out here farting, man. Like, I keep thinking this dude's just hiding on the other side of my green screen doing something he shouldn't be. Really, he's just chilling. Oh man. Okay, we can restore our own health? Okay. Yeah. You know, that works too. Yeah, it's the drummer troll is the way to go. That is so nice. We get way more turns than Elagast ever got, bro. Like, it's so nice. Elagast down. We're rolling through this. We're the Witch King again? Alright, this is easy, bro. Put fear into Adriel. And then we literally just go straight for Barathor because you know he's gonna be high damage. Jaxie, you're asking who's my favorite character? Dude, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, man. Evil mode. You run evil mode and you play as the Balrog, dude. That was probably my favorite all-time character, but if I have to choose from like protagonists, I'd probably say so far Barathor, man. I'd say Barathor or Adriel. Adriel can heal. Barathor is just an absolute unit. I mean, the dude literally can take a lot of damage because his AP, his HP pool is so high. That's obviously power goated, dude. Yeah, dude. He's insane. But out of the protagonists, for sure, Barathor, man. Like he's nuts. He gets high. He gets a lot of armor, a lot of HP, gets a lot of AP if you upgrade that way correctly, and that little combo, filthy. That's been my experience so far. But like, I know there's hundreds of different ways you can go about leveling up characters and how you go about your upgrades. Wrath of Angmar. Ooh, take him out. Take him out. Come on now. Barathor is no more. Bro, let's go. Do it again? Dude. Hell yeah, there we go. So we have now completed evil mode in Osgiliath and Minas Tirith. Bro, see, okay, so now guys, we're gonna load in. We're gonna have so much shit from this. It's gonna be so nice. We'll have a bunch of armor, weapons. We have to see what actually benefits us. Like, I don't know if any of it will actually upgrade our characters and help us, but we'll see. What up, James Wright? Thank you so much for tuning in the stream, man. What are you playing on? I'm currently just playing on my PC. I'm running the Third Age off of a PlayStation 2 emulator called PCXS2. And I got some equipment now. Ooh, shadow protection. Who's weak on shadow? Who's weak on shadow defense? We'll give it to Bear Thor. Why not? Okay. Guys. We got the Sword of Isildur, High King of Gondor. This is insane. Oh, dude, no way. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't benefit us as much as what we're running right now. Dang it, I would have been so sick. Okay. And what we got here? Yo, you said you're gonna shoot off, but it's been a pleasure to me. I hope you have a great run. Look forward to KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic. Yes, sir. K Blake, dude, thank you so much for tuning in the stream, man. Much appreciated. Hopefully you have a great rest of your night, dude. So armor 57. Oh, so that is actually the best armor we can get. Polished. We got polished Elfstone of Shadow Protection. Oh, we're gonna replace it with the cracked. That's perfect. Hold up. Water. There's shadow. We're sitting pretty good. Let's go. Yo, LT, thank you so much for the follow, my guy. Yo, what's going on, dude? Thank you so much for the gifts, bro. Going crazy, dude. Shit. Dude, oh man. Are you a big Lord of the Rings fan? Cause I certainly am. Jagsy said, did you know if you press square you can use stat points and resistances? Oh yeah. I did know about that. It's just one of those things I haven't done it in a minute and I kind of forgot. Yeah, dude, you see the Third Age? Bet. LT, I gotta ask you. Okay, so you're a Lord of the Rings fan. Are you also a fan of Star Wars? Dude, what's the Spear of Mordor, bro? What? Oh, it doesn't benefit us. You said OMG, yes, perfect. So, May 4th, coming up, I will sadly be ending my Lord of the Rings journey. I've been grinding nothing but Lord of the Rings games since October, starting with Return to Moria, and then it's just kind of snowballed into like 10 different games, 11 different games, 12 different games. Basically, we just went out, beat them all, and had an absolute blast doing it, dude. But like May 4th, I think I'm going to be switching over to some Star Wars with Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 on my original Xbox. And I'm going to be working my way through all the different games. My goal is to go from original Xbox 360, and then when it comes to like modern day gaming, I'll just hop on my PC, play right from my PC. Dude, Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War, I love them, dude. I love them. Shadow of War, dude. So I uploaded a clip not too long ago, or a little, I guess a little while ago now, but I uploaded a clip. I was playing Shadow of War. I was running the DLC. I think it's, I can't remember what it's called. Like something of Mordor. Desolation of Mordor, maybe, where you actually run as well, it kind of becomes a thing where if you die, that's like the only life you have. I made it pretty far in that DLC, I'm not gonna lie, and stepped away to use the bathroom, did not pause the game, and I died during that time. All right, we're gonna run Frenzy. But dude, yeah. So Loki sad the servers were shut off for Shadow of War. I didn't realize they were. I thought you could still do raids at least. and like attack other people's bases and go up against like whatever they had for orcs. Like I thought that was still a thing going on, at least on PC. I could have swore it was. I should have ran. What am I doing? We'll just drain health. I just don't think we're gonna do much else here. You said not on console. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I think on PC I was still seeing you play on console. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, dude. I think on PC it's still, servers are still rolling. Or if they're not, then maybe there's, no, they gotta be still rolling. Like if I can search people, look them up, go attack their base, they can attack mine, do all that, and they have like all the online vendettas still rolling. Unless that's just stuff that still goes on. But like I know that stuff's still for sure going on that game. Oh, we're gonna run, dude. I'm gonna have some fun here. Axecraft, we'll go. Won't even do that. We're just gonna crippling smash. Let's mess with these orcs. Dude, LT for sure, man. Dude, for sure. Oh, dude, 100%, man. Bring something. Bring something along these lines. It's crazy how, like, we're in the age of, like, a lot of revivals, sequels, prequels, spin-offs. It's like you think they do something, whether it's just like giving us like an updated version of literally this, give us another story to run. Oh man, dude, yeah, there is, dude, yeah, there's so much LT. I don't know if you have you read the books at all, LT? I personally have not read the books, but I learned recently there's a chapter called Shadows of the Past that I believe they will be turning into a movie. And I heard something along those lines. Shadows of the Past will become like a Lord of the Rings movie. I don't know what it covers, but I've been told it will cover a chapter in Fellowship of the Ring. But like, I've never read the book, so like, I have no idea. It's been in development hell for a decade now. Oh, I didn't know that. I just remember an announcement happening with, who was it? Stephen Colbert, talk show host, and Peter Jackson. I literally saw a clip of them just like FaceTiming, like they're telling the people. But yeah, dude. I hope that still comes true too. We already know Andy Serkis is running that Hunt for Gold movie. I think that's gonna be a really good movie. Like I have high hopes for that one. Let's just run Orc Bane. Let's just take these guys out. Let's do it. So they were gonna do filming on White Island, but the island had to blow up. Dude, that's crazy. Oh shit. I did not know anything about that. That's nuts. We're on 2 strike. You know what? Flaming Fury. Pick one out. Bro, I love Pat Odd's moves. Oh, let's get it. Barathor's coming through the counter. Dude. 10,000 HP with just the counter. That's all it was. I bet if we run Orc Bane, probably drop him in 1 hit. Oh, maybe not. Oh, shit. Nah. Okay, they're getting a suspicious amount of hits on me. Alright, so we'll take out 1, 2. Oh man. You said in New Zealand the island was an active volcano. You could walk up to the rim and look inside it. Dude, that's crazy. I'm gonna have to look that up on Google here before I go to bed tonight. That sounds crazy, man. So it's fairly active, and a lot of people got hurt in 2013. Oh shit. Dom, chill, bro. Yeah, you want some pitch, don't you? You want some pitch. Yeah. Who's just big chilling over here? Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Ooh. You got the long bottom leaf? Dom, I got you, bud. So they shut it down. 18 people died. 18? Dom, get down, bud. Get down. Get down. I know, dude. I know, buddy. All right. I'm gonna keep moving forward. Ooh, what do we got? My screen went dark before that eye could pop up like that. All right, here we go. We got 4 right here. Easy money, double attack. Then we just swing for the fences. We'll take out our guys with shields here. So there's 2 different tours of the island that happen at the same time, bro. I bet those people were just fucking running for their lives. Oh shit, dude, that's crazy. Workbane, maybe? Yeah. Oh, dude, we almost got 15k HP on the one swing. Workbane going crazy. Spearcraft Raptor armor, perfect. Run it. Peter Jackson wanted to base Mount Doom off of it and used digital scans of that volcano. That's okay, that's nuts. That's nuts, LT. That's absolutely nuts, bro. Crippling Smash. Damn. You know what we do here? Spirit Powers, and this is where we have fun with this. Headhunt's about to go nuts. So we should be dealing damage over time too with that move. So you love your sciences and your Lord Deep Worlds. Dude, let's go LT. That's awesome, man. Oh, dude, so like, I can't remember exactly everything I told you about my whole saga grind idea and what I'm trying to do. But so far, man, I've got like almost all the Spider-Man games. I got all the GTA games, starting from GTA 3. Trying to think, Star Wars will be a work in progress for a while. But I do know I've already got a lot of the newer games downloaded. So like I still gotta get hard copies for some of the older games though. I'm trying to think. I think I talked about Assassin's Creed. I could do a series on that, 'cause there's a ton of those games out there. It's like I love doing lengthy grinds. You got the Pulsar map tatted on your arm with the Apex. Ooh, with the rune G from the Hobbit. Nice, dude, bro, that's sick. Yeah, I don't have any tattoos, but well, we can run Spirit Powers. These guys are gonna do that number. Oh, dude, that's crazy. Minas Tirith in the background goes hard, bro. Oh, shit. Okay, so we'll go. Can we do swordcraft? No, we can do leadership though. Start spamming leadership moves, unlock some abilities. Oh, there goes one. I bet the other one drops too. No, okay. Well, let's take them out. So you don't think you ever beat the third age? Gotcha, LT. That's my goal. That's my goal. I have to do that before Monday. If I don't do that before Monday and the weekend hits, I will stream on the weekend if I have to. But like, in my mind, I have to beat this game. I don't know why I'm so dead set on it, but I am. Like this has been a very lengthy grind for me. So oh, you're saying that you think I might be close to the end. Gotcha. Dude, I'm hoping, man. I've been told multiple times that I'm like a good ways in. I've been told that I've been getting close for a minute now, and I'm like, I'm just ready to get there. I want to see what happens. I want to see how everything unfolds. I have an idea. Oh, 250 damage. Now we're talking about the, what's that? First age of Mithril Longsword of the Valor? Ooh, snap. Okay. 250 damage. Well, alright. We got some better gear. Final boss is 2... It's that are really hard to beat. Gotcha, LT. Yeah, I'm kind of nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, this is cool. So, Aodan, we also gave Lightcraft to. Me thinking ahead, I was like, naturally him and Adriel are the only ones that can heal. Well, what I did was with Aodan, instead of going spirit powers, drain health, then channel health over to a teammate, I was like, alright, let's run Lightcraft, let's do heals without having to use up his own health, you know? That was kind of my idea behind that. Probably more ideal that I put on a character who can't heal at all, but so yeah, these fights are low-key obnoxious. They just keep popping up. They never stop. I like how we got biting blade back though with this new sword. You know what? I'm not crazy, guys. I wanted to do it. More correct. Even thank you so much for the like of the live, man. Much appreciated, dude. Welcome to the stream. Don't you get a party of 4 at some point, or I know like for a lot of like the big boss fights, you do end up getting 4 characters. Usually it's like your standard 3, but then you might get a special character, whether it's like Faramir or Gandalf. I don't think there's been really any other special characters aside from that. Well, that dude's about to have his turn, so we're gonna take him out, so he can't even have a turn. Alright. But I mean, technically, you do have 3 other characters you can swap in and out. It's like Elagast, watch this. We'll pop them out. We'll bring out the arrows of sleep. These orcs won't be doing anything. We missed one. We'll run Biting Blade. Oh, we missed? Dude, we don't miss. Spin the heck out of the arrows. Dude, they're so nice. You can't go wrong with those, honestly. I have a lot of turns here. We'll run it. Boom. Paralyzing shot. He's not immune to that. Yo, what up, Joe Dirt? I respect the username. I love that, dude. Thank you so much for the follow, man. Let's go. Dude, right, LT? If they just lay down, just stop attacking, just chill, then we just take them out one by one. I'm gonna work on this guy here. Oh, he's got a counter. Oh, I guess paralyze. That paralyzing shot. Wait, nope, never mind. Okay, let's run it again. He's gonna run a counter. I'll run a counter right back. Ooh, okay. Okay. Blinding shot. Could lower their accuracy too. Let's run Arrow Fury. Arrow Flurry. I said that one wrong. Dude, you said such a great game. Classic? Hell yeah, dude. I've been, this has actually been my first ever playthrough on the game, but dude, it's been well worth it. It honestly has it's got a really good plot to follow. It's been really interesting so far. Like, I feel like they did a damn good job of like telling the story. And they're basically just like running you parallel with the Fellowship. It's really cool, man. And you get to take part of all these big events that happened. Takes a turn or two for the paralyzing shot to work. Gotcha, LT. Okay. And yeah, dude, it's a nice lengthy grind. That's like another thing, man. It's been super nice. Like, I kind of started out grinding it quite a bit, and then I took a break after I got past the Balrog, right? I went on and I beat EA's The Two Towers after I beat the Balrog. And then, or no, I think I beat Return of the King, and then I came back and I played so much further in this game, and then I beat The Two Towers after taking another break, and then this is basically me coming back for a third time and finishing the game out. Dude, LT, I feel your pain on the Balrog, man. That was painful. That was so painful. Dude, that's what I'm saying, Joe Dirt. That's what I'm saying, man. Two Towers and Return of the King, bro. Both of those were fire back in the day. Those games, I always felt like those games were ahead of their time. Like, those were the type of games you were finding in that time. But like, those games specifically were just so much fun. Very addicting, dude. Very addicting. Very, it gets in your head, man. Like, you just want to keep trying over and over and over. And you just know, once you have that one good run, you're solid. Never owned Rock, sadly. Oh, Return of the King. Dude, Return of the King, it was literally just take the Two Towers and expand upon it. You know, add in more characters, add in more upgrades, more combos. Like, you just take the Two Towers and expand on it, and that's exactly what they did, and that's all they had to do, man. It was so much fun. Yo, what up, Fisky? Bro, saw you playing this the other day. Bought the game, and I've been playing ever since. Let's go, dude. Hey, hell yeah, Fisky. Let's go, man. I love hearing that, man. Love hearing it. Just got to the part where Morwin joins the party. You're in Rohan. Let's go, dude. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, so yeah, man, I've just been running this on the emulator, but I really want to get this. I have to get a hard copy for this at some point for my original Xbox. It's got to go on the shelf, man. It's got to go up on the shelf. It's gonna be so nice to have. LT, you're saying so as a band kid and nerd, you were geeking. Dude, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, dude, I was in band as a kid. Dude, I played the tuba. I was always like real small. So like the tuba was bigger than I was back in the day, I'm not gonna lie. It's on your shelf next to Jet Set Radio Future and Jade Empire for Xbox. I've never even heard of those games. I feel like Jet Set Radio Future. I feel like I might have heard of that before. I've had a PS2 since PS2 came out. You're surprised it still runs? Shit, dude. I wish I still had my original Xbox. I bought this off of Facebook Marketplace for like $100. All right, so guys, I am gonna go ahead and get everything saved up. I'm gonna save again. I'm just crazy like that. But I'm gonna save again, and we are starting to run a little bit later. I'm gonna end up I'm gonna wake up pretty early in the morning and get a workout in, but guys, like I'm telling you right now, so Wednesdays I normally do like my wildcard Wednesdays, where I change things up and try to play something different just so I don't fall into getting burned out. But this time around, guys, I'm telling you right now, I'm super focused on trying to beat this game. We're gonna run Lord of the Rings: The Third Age tomorrow night once again. I'll be up right around 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Tonight I was up just a little bit later than that. I had to do a driver update for my computer and just had a couple of things to do. So, dude, Joe Dirt, yes sir, man. But yeah, guys, no, we're gonna be right back at it doing this thing again. So yeah, it's 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I'm trying to beat this game. I'm trying to progress through and beat this right now. And then just to give you guys more of an idea, May 4th, which is going to be Monday next week, we'll be switching things over. We'll be shifting everything over from Lord of the Rings universe, and we'll be going straight into Star Wars. And I've planned things out so far in advance, guys. Like, we went 6 months on Lord of the Rings. So I'm probably gonna do another 6 months of Star Wars. Like I've been planning this stuff out for a while, and it's been so much fun. Joe Dirt, I am on. Yep. So I am currently, dude. So I'm currently on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, and TikTok. So what I do is I multi-stream. So I am currently streaming out to Twitch, Kick, YouTube, and TikTok, all those platforms. But then daily I'm typically trying to post clips on YouTube and TikTok. It's like I kind of made it my own rule to like try to post at least one clip every day. But then if I got the time, because I do also work an 8 to 5 job. So if I have the time, then I'll upload a few more clips throughout the days and stuff. But that's basically just how I've been kind of running, man. It's been an absolute blast though. I've been loving this so much, and like being able to go into Lord of the Rings and experience all these older games too that I never experienced as a kid. It's been so much fun, dude. So much fun. And I can't wait to continue this, dude. He said, yo, the flight game is tough. Battlefront 2's peak. Hey, LT, I got Battlefront 2 Kyber. You're talking Battlefront 2 with mods, playing online with friends, adding in 50 plus heroes. It's awesome, dude. I got some really cool stuff to like show off at some point. And dude, KOTOR, that's the Old Republic. I'm gonna play that on my original Xbox, so we won't have upgraded graphics like we do for Third Age. But we will be running Knights of the Old Republic. Starting off with Knights of the Old Republic 1 on Monday. But we gotta beat this game this week. We gotta beat Third Age this week. That's where I'm at. I'm locked in on it. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the stream. And I'll catch everyone again tomorrow night. I hope to see you guys around. I said, yo, I want to do a galactic battle with you as a wingman. That sounds dope, dude. That sounds dope, LT. Hell yeah, dude. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and hop out. Thank you guys so much for the gifts and the likes. You guys went insane in the chat tonight. And I'll catch you guys next stream.